Hey you guys, what's up? How you guys doing today? Today's video is catered specifically to you beginners out there who are just starting to learn piano and aren't really sure where to start off, where to head, which videos to watch to get your progress really on track and just to enjoy piano. I know it can be really overwhelming when you're trying to start to learn something new and there's so many videos that you can watch that it's just, where do I start, right? With all these videos out there, even though they may have good advice, this advice may not be suitable for you right now because it could just be too advanced and isn't something that you should really be thinking about right now at all. So today I prepared a list for you guys on what things you should start tackling as a fresh beginner student to make yourself really comfortable and start progressing really nicely as a piano player. When you're starting to learn piano, it's really important that you get your foundations really solid. The main reason being is that once you know what you are doing, you feel much more confident in your playing, as though you know the reasons why you're doing things and know exactly how to do it. The second thing is, once you do have a nice foundation in your knowledge, there's a much lower chance where you have those gaps of knowledge which can hinder you or set you on a plateau in your piano journey. And these plateaus can be quite frustrating, especially for a beginner player, where you're not sure where you're going wrong at all and you gotta search everywhere. Alright, let's get into the things that you should be learning as a beginner pianist, which will help you progress really quickly and make you enjoy piano a whole lot more. Try and learn your music theory because that's gonna help you a lot when you're playing music. Treat it like a completely different language that once you do learn, everything just makes a lot more sense to you. The two aspects of theory that you must know as a beginner is reading your notes, and the second one is counting timing. You should aim to read notes just like you're reading a book. Ideally, when you're learning a piece, you should be learning techniques and how to make it sound nicer rather than spending so much time on working out what note is what. Essentially, being able to read notes quickly will just help you get to the fun part quicker, learning how to make the piece sound nice rather than just working out this one's C, this one D. You'll just read it and you see, okay, that one I know is C. So the second thing I said for theory that you needed to know well is counting and timing. So let's say you already know how to read notes, but you're not sure how to count. The way you count will largely influence how the music is played. A set of 4 of the same notes can be interpreted so many different ways depending on the timing. So let's clap it out for example. Let's say you got 4 notes of C. It can sound like da 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 da, or it can sound like da 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 da. Instant change to the music. So that's the importance of timing. So essentially, timing is really important because if you aren't able to count, you won't be able to play what the composer or the artist intended you to play. So as a result, the song that you're trying to play can just sound different than how it should. So those two things are the only pieces of theory that you need to know really, really well to excel as a beginner. Everything else you can learn over time, but those two, they're your foundations. Learn those well. So theory done now, let's go over to the actual playing part of piano. The first thing to know about piano playing is to learn your basic techniques and your form, your posture. I compare the importance of form in piano to exactly like a sport. Let's say for example, baseball. To be able to hit the ball easily, you have to learn the proper techniques to actually hit the ball. You should have a solid idea of what form you should be using to be able to play. I mean, I don't know much about baseball, but I'm pretty sure it looks like this, kind of, when you hit it, right? No person isn't gonna stand like this and try and hit the ball like this. Like, pretend this is your bat, hitting it like this. Because I'll be wrong, and they'll just make hitting the ball really, really hard. Same for piano. Learn your technique well, what the basic posture is. So essentially, learning the basic techniques will allow you to excel in your sport, or in this case, for piano. Once you do get better and you get more comfortable with that basic technique, then you can start learning more advanced techniques. For example, now you can just hit the ball normally and hit it hard, but now you want to add spin to it. That's when you start learning your more advanced techniques. Now I'm going to get a bit more detailed on what form exactly you should be looking out for when you're playing piano as a beginner. Firstly, learn how to sit on the piano, where to sit on the stool, how close, how far you should be sitting. Secondly, learn where your shoulder, your elbow, and wrist should be as you're playing. Finally, learn how your fingers should look as you're playing, the general shape of it. It's really important that you learn your form correctly. So let's say later down in the track, you realize that your form has been wrong or something's off about it. Changing it will throw a lot of things off the piano. Let's say if your elbows have been really tucked back as you're playing, once you put it forward, now everything else has to change about your body. So make sure you learn those basic forms really, really well. I can really assure you that once you do know those two basics of theory and knowing how your form should be as you're playing piano, you'll be much more confident at how you play piano, which is really important because that will also affect how your piano playing sounds too. I hope this video provided a good guidance as to how to start learning piano as a fresh beginner, and I wish you the best of luck on continuing with your piano journey because it's really fun. Learning piano is fun. Don't make it stressful for yourself. All these pieces of advice from me are in the intention of just helping you progress a bit quicker or helping you improve as a piano player. As per usual, if you guys like the video, then press the like button and subscribe. Any questions you have, let me know and I will try and answer it too. Any questions or any queries, I'll be happy to reply in the comments. Good luck, I'm heading off now. So peace out, see you guys later, bye.